Hello, hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because this is some brand new Overwatch gameplay. That's right, the other gameplays I was uploading before was a little dated. This one's brand new. It was actually a game I played today, and we're going to discuss another Overwatch hero guide. And as you can see here, it's Winston, the big, giant, jumping gorilla with electrocution cannons, or as the game calls it, a Tesla cannon. So, funny thing about this cannon before we get started, it can actually lock on to multiple enemies if they're close to each other. So let's say, for example, you got a Mercy and a Junkrat who's close to each other. Mercy is healing Junkrat. You can hop in there and execute them both at the same time. And this cannon does a lot of damage. A lot of people are going to try to keep away from you as much as possible, which is how you want to play Winston and take advantage of your huge intimidation factor. So let's get straight into this. So, using Winston. Winston is big, and he has a lot of health, and he's only useful at close range. Even his ultimate is only useful at close range, so you want to move in close, and you want to do it quick. And because he's so big, he can take a lot of damage, but a lot of people are going to be shooting at you, so you want to continue moving. You hop in there, you disrupt the enemies, because that's what Winston does. He disrupts everybody. He just breaks their defenses. Everybody starts panicking because there's this big gorilla, electrocuting everybody. So, he's a disruptor. You jump in there, you electrocute everybody, you place down your shield when it gets you place down your shield when it gets too hot, and when it gets even hotter that you're about to die, you either jump out of there, or if your ultimate's ready, you activate your ultimate, make them panic even more, cause some more chaos before retreating back into safety right when your ulti is about to waste. And if you haven't activated your ulti, just jump straight into safety before you die. Now, one key thing about playing Winston is you have to know where the health packs are at. And because Winston is so big, he's going to need these big health packs. I'm talking about like those big medical boxes. There's like these little capsules which heal I think like 75%. And then there's these big med kits which heal 300. You want to go after those big med kits, because you're going to see Winston is taking a lot of damage, and if you don't have a healer on you, most of the time you're not going to have a healer on you because healers don't jump into battle like Winston does. You're going to want to quickly grab these medkits and leave, or grab the medkit and hop back into the middle of the war zone. And you're going to see that everybody's going to be distracted by big Winston, and your teammates are going to start picking off the kills or anybody else that you miss. Now, don't get me wrong, Winston isn't some big ultimate tank. There are actually a couple of heroes that Winston cannot take on. He cannot take on a diva. A diva, you may put up a fight against a diva, but at the end, 90% of the time, she will finish you off. You stand no chance against a Roadhog and a Zarya. And you also want to be careful on a Reaper and a McCree, because these people will make very quick work of you. Winston wants to target the weaker heroes. We're talking about Junkrats who, need kind of a distance before they can actually feel comfortable in the battlefield, and people like Soldier 76, just not squishy. Winston can tackle squishy heroes, but he specializes in tackling the weaker heroes. So we're talking about Junkrat, maybe Hanzo. He's really good at Hanzo. Actually, he's very good at taking out snipers, specifically Hanzo and Widowmaker, and probably Ana when she comes out. And the reason for this is because he can just stay on the enemy. The instant his Tesla cannon activates, which is his electrocution gun, the instant you activate it and it locks onto somebody, you can just chase them down. And Hanzo has nothing he can do to escape. I'm pretty sure Ana wouldn't have anything to escape his Tesla cannon yet. I'm not too sure how she functions. But even Widowmaker, if you're electrocuting Widow, and then she tries to grappling hook and fly up a window like 3 stories high, just jump after her. Winston is really good when it comes down to taking out snipers and squishy heroes. So let's hop on to Winston's intimidation factor. Winston is very, very intimidating. Nobody wants to get close to him unless it's those guys I said who can make quick work of Winston, like Roadhog or Reaper. But everyone else, especially like a Genji who's out in the battlefield, Genji doesn't want to have anything to do with Winston, because everybody says Genji's like MLG Pro and stuff, but he does not stand a chance against a Winston. No matter what Genji does, no matter where he goes, Winston will chase him down and just sweep Genji off the floor, man. You want to just place down your barrier and just stay in it. And if people see you in that barrier, they're not going to come near you. They're going to shoot the barrier and pop it, and then that's when they're probably going to start tackling you from long range. But for that time, you can use the barrier to cover your team, capture an objective, maybe make your, have your team go around the corner, whatever you need for protection. Just place it down, use it for cover, use it for intimidation. That's a fail on Reinhardt's part. And then just keep intimidating the enemies. They don't want to get near you. And as I said in the beginning of this video, you can jump into the enemy spawn and then, disrupt them. You can do the same thing with the ulti. When somebody sees Winston activate his ultimate, you literally become a big red target. And I mean that literally, because he turns red. So everybody's going to be shooting at you. And the good thing is you get 1,000 health when you activate his ultimate. And yeah, you're going to be a bullet sponge. You will not be invincible, so keep an eye on your health. When it starts getting too low, I say like maybe to 200s, you just want to jump out of there and just, revert back to your regular monkey form. Possibly find some more health packs and we'll go back to playing the disruptive game pretty much, and just keep cycling around that pattern. Disrupt the enemies, earn your ultimate, disrupt them, activate it, make them go nuts because there's a big red monkey, and then go back to normal monkey form, get some health, and go back to disrupting. That's basically the best way to play Winston. Now, there's a thing about Winston that not a lot of people know about. His Tesla cannon can actually shoot through shields. So if a Winston places his barrier, or you got like a Reinhardt who has his shield, you can actually get in Reinhardt's face and start electrocuting him through the shield, and there is nothing his shield can do. For Reinhardt has to put the shield away, start flailing his hammer at you, which, well, leaves him wide open for your team to move in and just make quick work of Reinhardt. Same thing with Winston. He is not safe in his own shield. So if there's an enemy Winston and he places down his shield, feel free to electrocute him straight through it. Your teammates can't go, the bullets can't go through, but at least you can do some damage to him. And that's basically about it. Winston is just a disrupting annoyance in either your team or the enemy team. So if you're playing Winston, go bother the enemy team and make their shields utterly useless. So if you like the video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at Davontos, man. And the next Overwatch hero guide will probably be Zenyatta. I hear a lot of people are having some trouble with Zenyatta to say he's a little weak, which I kind of agree. But there's a special way to play Zenyatta to make him really, really effective out in the field. And as always, I'll see all of you in my next video. Have a nice day!